holding hands and then falling down. But no pockets full of posies, no ring around the rosies.
I like posies.
I like posies too, man, but not at 11 p.m. on a Monday when I've been up since 6. Not today. All right, Kibbelz, welcome back, everyone, to the North America Playhem Daily. This is Katu. With me is Kibbelz. We're the K-Power, man. We should play K-pop incessantly throughout our streams.
Or the blindfolded piano man.
That's true, because he is so good. I wasn't kidding, right? He's good. He's awesome. I was actually a little bit worried because I was building him up a lot. Like I was talking about how awesome he was and the cool tricks he was doing. And sometimes when you do that, then people are like, well, I mean, he's good, but you made him seem like a god. And I wasn't worried this time, man, because he is a god. He is a god. So we do need a quick Control N, and that's going to lead us right into some sexy, suave voice Kibble intros.
On the top left-hand corner, we have Team Complexity.
Oh.
RSVP.
What's your name? Where have you been my whole life?
I've been in your shower. My name's Suave.
Row.
No, like Suave, the shampoo.
Yeah.
The shampoo company, man. 99 cents a bottle.
I'm in Canada, man. We've got like 3 brands. And that's it. So
Top
I have
right
no
hand
idea what you're
corner,
talking
Lord.
about.
We have from Team Startail, Rainbow.
We've got like Fructus, herbal essences, and like Head and Shoulders. Like that's it. Nah, I'm kidding. I think we've got other ones, but I don't know about them because I'm a guy.
Garnier.
So.
Garnier Fructus.
Yeah, man. Fructus is pretty good. I feel like my hair's clean after I use it, you know? Some of them, you feel like they leave behind stuff in your hair, and it's just kind of gross. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Fructus
I just
is almost
assume
too clean, man.
that it is, and it's because of the natural essence of the Fructus. I don't know what a Fructus is.
Do you actually read the back of the shampoo bottle? Is that where you're quoting this information from? I don't know what a Fructus is, man. I'm so bummed right now. I thought you were giving me some... You were, giving me some knowledge here about Garnier Fructus. Here I'm finding out the only thing you know about is StarCraft, Katu, and good scotch.
That is accurate. Yes, that's true. Actually, not scotch. I'm more of a rye and Irish whiskey man myself. Though I could give you some information about some scotches that aren't bad. Recently, my brother actually came home with a bottle of Johnny Walker Gold, and that was pretty nice. I won't deny that the Johnny Walker Gold was nice. But meanwhile, we do have a bit of action here in this Game 1 SCV, trying to get as much vision as humanly possible. And I can say that because Terrans are humans. And he's not going to spot the Nexus, though. 2 Marines at the top of the ramp here for Startail. Rainbow going to deny that probe scout, and the probe is going to get taken out. Poor little guy. And I say poor little guy, but he's a robot. He doesn't have feelings. He doesn't have feelings.
Don't you wish that probes actually had an activated ability they could use that made a puff of smoke and they disappeared?
Dude, like
you
wisps?
couldn't tell if it died. Yeah, like you couldn't tell if it died or it just pulled a Houdini on you.
That would be awesome. I love that ability from Wisps, man. Like, I literally have played like 4 games of Warcraft 3 in my life, and watched even less. Actually, no, I watched most of the Warcraft 3 from WCG 2011, because those were some sick games there. Fox Moon, pretty good. But anyways, yeah, it's pretty awesome to see Wisp just blink out of existence. And you're like, at first you're like, what happened? And then the commentator's like, oh, he's using that. It's kind of like dropping mules or like other GG types of things. Anyways, we do have some action over here, and one Stalker gets picked off. The Zealot can get picked off as well, as the Marauder's Concussive Shell's ability is complete. There's a proxy piling down for RSVP, but he's not really going to be able to use it. RSVP was going for the exact same build that he used on Calm Before the Storm, Kibbelz. He was trying to go for that 3-gate pressure that picked apart Startail Rainbow last game, but on Calm Before the Storm, Rainbow did not go for Marauder Expand. He went for just straight up Marines. Yeah. And that's why it was able to work. This time around, we got the Marauders, we got the Concussive Shells. And if you think Stalkers can do to Marauders what they do to Marines, you are dead wrong. Marauders, they just have their way with Stalkers, man. Stalkers, at the end of the day, after they've been with Marauders, they just feel dirty. It's like they went to that motel on Route 55. They just feel dirty, man. It's gross.
The loud Route 55.
Yeah.
That you go to.
Dude, that's the Mack truck highway, they call it. Super loud.
So guys, expansion down right now for rsvp. I don't know Route 55, man. We got 202 and 309 here.
That's a sleazy name, like Route 55. Like 55 just sounds sleazy. I don't think there is a Route 55 as far as I know. But yeah, rsvp in a pretty good position. He's got 32 probes to 28 SCVs, so it's fairly even. As far as tech goes, they're even as well. The robotics facility here for rsvp just getting started. Meanwhile, we see that it's more infantry upgrades that Startail Rainbow's going for right now in terms of tech. He's getting stim, he's getting an engineering bay, and we're likely going to see a factory. There it is. Get dropped so that he can go towards some medevacs, and we're going to see a very similar timing to Shattered Temple, actually, as far as his upgrades and tech go.
Yeah, we are 2 forges going down right now for rsvp. Robotics getting ready to finish. Only one bunker here for Rainbow, so it doesn't seem too concerned about any additional pressure quite yet.
Nah, Marauder expands are pretty safe, and especially since he picked off the proxy pylon, picked off a Stalker and a Zealot. Like, early game, a Stalker and a Zealot is actually pretty big deal for a Protoss player. And so yeah, Startail Rainbow here feeling pretty safe, and he's just rallying out units nonstop. As I say that, like, he hadn't been missing any production cycles, and as I say that, he actually misses one just because he's trying to start, trying to start the upgrade there, the combat shields, as well as the starport and the reactor. And we should see him go back into production, and there it is, a couple Marauders and Marines on the way.
Yeah, build looks a lot like what we saw in Shattered Temple.
And we all know how that ended out for him, man. Pretty good. Worked out good.
Good. Observer heading out across the board right now, +1/+1 being researched, and the scan goes down to see that. Additional gateway being built here, and I love it that we're seeing so many Protoss now go double forge.
Dude, it's so good. Upgrades are so good, especially for Protoss, because they apply to all the gateway units and all the robotics facility units. So, like, Colossus, it's not like Terran where they have to upgrade, like, engineering bay to get their infantry up, and they have to get, like, vehicle weapons to upgrade their tanks. No.
Ship weapons for their starport.
Well, I mean, you still have air weapons for Protoss.
Yeah, but it's 3 kinds of upgrades versus 2, man. It's very nice.
It is.
Same dilemma you run into a Zerg. Nice spot, Rainbow.
Yeah. Grabs that observer, takes it out, and again, we're going to have to see some of this robotics facility build time used on observers, which is something that obviously Protoss players don't want to have to do. He's trying to get Immortals out now, as well as a Blink upgrade. That could be pretty vulnerable to stim timings, and that's exactly what Startail Rainbow's going for here, Kibbelz. I'm a little bit worried for rsvp. He's been looking strong so far in this tournament. He's going to need some sick force fields if he wants to hold this. He barely even has any Zealots to soak up some damage. This is not looking good.
Yeah, this is so many units right now for Rainbow. Seeing him be up about 15 in supply right now just because of going all these Marines Marauders while rsvp is teching behind it, double upgrading behind it. Is he going to be able to deal with this? Get down some force fields. Are they going to be good enough? Ooh, Marines and Marauders coming around the side right now, and a lot of units not firing. Those were the force fields that rsvp needed, but then overextended just a hair and lost an additional 1 or 2 Stalkers there. He's in a really tough position. Katu warping an additional 3 Zealots right now is rsvp, and he needs those force fields before the sentries die. Only 1 sentry does remain. Where's a Guardian Shield? The sentry goes down.
The cannon finishes, but that's not going to be much help. But now these Stalkers, or rather the Marauders and Marines, are focusing down those Immortals, and both of the Immortals will fall before the Marauders get cleaned up. And even though our Startail Rainbow here has to fall back, regroup, he has done some severe damage because he's killed off all of the high gas units. He's killed off the Sentries and the Immortals, and those are the hardest units to replace for a Protoss player. We're going to have to see rsvp make some choices here. Does he want to get Sentries? Does he want to get Immortals? And if he does, he's going to have to cut out Colossus. He's going to have to cut out upgrades. So what we're going to see here is he's going to get Immortals, no Sentries, and go for that charge upgrade.
This gas
just more Stalkers
is constantly being denied for rsvp. He is literally in such a difficult position right now. As you said, losing all those high gas units, but then it's even harder for him to replace him after losing this refinery. Now that Stalker does get sniped, and this drop play is just picking him apart little by little.
One Marauder against 2 Stalkers. The Marauder does have help of a medevac, though, and overall will survive here. And nice little annoying play by Startail Rainbow here, just forcing the Stalkers to push forward here. But overall, rsvp controlling his Blink Stalkers quite nicely. They're not allowing too many units. Ooh, nice pickup there by Startail Rainbow. He would have definitely gotten the hot pickup achievement there had he not already gotten it before. And rsvp overall will hold for now. He's got +2/+2 attacks, but no more force fields, no more sentries, no guardian shields. And here comes Rainbow right into the natural. Can he focus down the natural? Oh my god, it's down to half HP. And here it goes, it will fall, and then all he needs to do is pick up in those medevacs and escape.
Yeah, and it looks at this point, I mean, he brought SCVs, he may just go for it. Bringing the SCVs, stimming his entire army, now coming for the Probe. He does manage to catch one of the Immortals, now going to fall back just a little bit, make sure his SCVs are in the front of his army. Rainbow looking so strong right now. rsvp only mining off just one base. The Zealots are going for the engagement. The Stalkers coming in, there's still a lot of Zealots left, but I just don't think it's going to be enough without those force fields, Katu.
Nope, and there the Zealots fall. The Stalkers and Immortals were forced to fall back there for a second. Still no sentries. And for a second, I thought that Startail Rainbow might be overextending himself because he's up 2 bases. He's got a 3rd command center complete. There's really no reason for him to push here. He can fall back and be just miles and miles ahead, and he almost overextended. But without sentries, without anything like that, rsvp here going to lose his army. There's the last Immortal falling, and all the excitement leaves my voice as the fact that Rainbow's going to win this game undoubtedly sets in.
GG.
rsvp, I'm sure, very upset there since he was in such a good position. Almost went 2-0 here versus the Korean captain, actually, of Startail.